I never thought I would
Parker.
hear this from a fan of H3H3 podcast.
This is my fan. I'm taking credit for this one. That's why he's popping into my chat bragging about it.
Hasan has literally pushed propaganda against Jewish people called every Jewish.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just not even gonna
That's
get
just
into
like
that.
not true.
These guys' entire content strategy is to go on live streams and intentionally set things up to look like dunks. They don't have casual, like reasonable conversations and try to like actually engage with somebody. They're dunk farming because it pulls in views. Some guy says something that you feel is wrong and you immediately cut him off. That's probably the same reason why he decided to turn off the H3 content nuke, because he's terrified of Hasan. I hate to say this because this sounds so cringe. I hate how impressive of a troll this kid is. All right, guys, listen. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it. I had a chatter come in a different video, and he said, "Papa God, I confronted." I'll show you the video that he did it. He's like, "Papa God, I confronted Parker." No, Dean Withers. Yeah, about Hasan Piker. You know, he dedicated it to me. All right, I've been doing more conversations, so he said it to me in this. We're still coming up with better. This thumbnail, not great, but we're practicing. Give me a break. Doing more conversations. He popped into here, right here. It's right here. If you want to watch it, it's a few minutes long. It's one of the conversations. Fan confronts Dean Withers. Bada bing, bada boom. That leads to this. He sent me this. Apparently, Hasan reacted to the guy. So, you know, we're one of my fans went and confronted Dean Withers about Hasan in my name, apparently. And Hasan reacted to it. So, you know, that's pretty cool. So I'm curious about it. Let's watch.
It's one of the most insane things. I'm glad that these guys are pushing back on it. It's just so
Also, we know Dean is a little afraid of Hasan, and he should be. Probably stay away from him. Just to be clear, he's very toxic.
freakish to behave like this. This guy doesn't even know my name. Like, that's psychotic. You don't know my name, and your obsession is to this degree. Cry more, please. Nice, man. Thanks. Yeah, I do think it's really up that hatred, bigotry is growing in this country, and there are otherwise reasonable people who on this issue lose their minds, okay? Otherwise reasonable people who just have lost the plot entirely. Here's an example of this, okay?
Yeah, let's see.
Apparently this guy is one of Ethan Klein's fans.
No. It's a Papa Gut fan, Hasan. Get it right, bitch.
And he called into Dean's live stream. As you guys might know, Dean is a TikTok. He's liberal Spider-Man. He's a
There's a terrible picture of him.
TikTok debate guy. I recently talked to him on his own.
He recently ambushed him on his live stream to try to, you know, grab some of his clout. And then Dean tried to watch the H3 thing and turned it off because he got scared. Because he realized Hasan's fucking crazy.
On live stream. Ever since I talked to him when it was on live stream, Ethan Klein fans have been like swarming nonstop, telling him to stay away from me. I'm scary. I'm a scary anti-Semite. Here, let's listen to a conversation.
He's not really scary anti-Semite. He's just a regular anti-Semite.
That took place.
I voted for Trump because I really don't like the way that the left party is going socially.
Oh my god, dude. So in the conversation, he tells me that he's pretended to like Trump for this. This is so stupid.
I feel like it's extremely toxic. Well, you can take like one of the biggest examples, I believe the biggest streamer on the left, Hasan Parker. He's just extremely
Hasan Parker. It's just stupid because he knows his name.
biggest streamer on the left, Hasan Parker.
I hate that. That's so funny to me because it's what a stupid detail to add in there. Like I know that he's like, I'm going to get his name wrong on purpose. I'm going to say Hasan Parker, and it triggered Hasan. It literally triggered him. He gets so triggered by this. He thinks that he doesn't know his name.
He's just extremely radical.
Radical.
And gets people just really worked up.
He doesn't even know my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about we look on the right? Nick Fuentes. Which one do you think is more harmful?
Honestly, between them, Hasan Parker, he literally
Dude, the Hasan Parker is killing me.
plays
Hasan Parker.
The Parker's getting me, dude. He's fucking trolling Hasan. He's looking how angry he is. Hasan Parker.
Previously, I
Hasan
never thought I would
Parker.
hear this from a fan of H3H3 podcast.
Bro, let me just be clear. Okay, Hasan? Oh, H3H3. He's not a fan of H3H3 podcast. He might like him a little bit. All right, this is my fan. I'm taking credit for this one. That's why he's popping into my chat bragging about it. I told him to chill out. Give Parker a break, by the way. Not Hasan Parker, the regular Parker. Okay? But this is a Papa Gut super fan. That's who it is. All right? So don't get it twisted. Hasan Parker. We have to make that we have to make that work. From now on, it is Hasan Parker. That is it.
The only place that I ever heard this from was Destiny's subreddit.
Oh my god, Destiny is fucking obsessed, bro.
Before my naysayers, the DDGers say, "Oh, obsessed, you're bringing up Destiny." No, they literally, for a very long time, made this claim that I was a bigger danger to America than Nick Fuentes.
I actually hate myself for saying.
I mean, maybe. Only reason I'd say that is obviously Nick is worse. But like Nick, nobody really takes Nick seriously. Not to the degree of Hasan, so you maybe can make that argument. Obviously, Nick's views are worse. But don't get it twisted, guys. Hasan Parker is going to fuck you in the ass, dude.
This. And maybe, you know what? Maybe the pictures are true. I think I have more respect for Nick Fuentes than I do than anybody else on the left.
Wow, what an old arc here. Holy shit. Apparently, true H3 fans would have called him Hank Pecker. Incredible.
Line right now. I think that he's probably more intelligent than most of them. I think he puts in more work than most of them. And I think that he lives like what he wants to do more than most of them.
I will not do it.
That's true. 80-year-old scared Nick Fuentes. That's true. Yeah.
I love looking at stats. I look at them all the time.
You sound way too happy about his fall off Destiny. You sound
well, yeah, I hate him, of course. And he's like a political
enemy.
Wait,
really?
So. Yeah, but I'm just analyzing the stats right
now.
You
don't hate him.
Yeah, this was before October 7th because like Hasan was starting to get fewer numbers at that point. I remember like seeing it in live. I was like, oh shit. He still like get great numbers, but they were like sub 20K. And then after October 7th happened, it like boosted up, and so like that's why he loves like what's happening in Gaza so much because it brought him back for the brink.
Right?
Yeah, I think he's an evil person. Yes.
Jesus.
Really?
True, but also Destiny, a little ironic, bud.
You actually hate him.
Yeah, he's like a apologist terrorist supporter. Yeah, of course. He's
I guess that makes two of them.
an evil, disgusting person.
Then Nick Fuentes, who dined with the president.
The president.
Okay.
Dined.
A neo-Nazi who...
I thought we were talking about Destiny for some reason because he had chicken and waffles with him.
Dined with the president.
Dined.
If you think that a neo-Nazi who dined with the president, whose opinions are broadly reflected by people in President Trump's cabinet, is not a more significant danger to America's future than someone like myself, you might be a Nazi.
Crazy, man.
Or at least you very clearly have demonstrated that someone who is an anti-Nazi unconditionally...
Who's that? Who are we talking about?
...is a greater danger than someone who is an open Nazi.
I'm so confused about who the anti-Nazi is in here. Are you saying that there's somebody's name is anti-Nazi, like somebody else's uncle Nazi? Because I don't think that you couldn't possibly be referring to yourself. You in your chat full of people who mock the Israeli babies getting strangled to death while you do zero to moderate the chat. You couldn't be calling yourself anti-Nazi. You must be calling yourself anti-Nazi. With Nick Fuentes being Uncle Nazi, because that is actually insane.
You might not think you are that way.
You might not think it, but I know more than you. I know more than you.
That you feel that way. You are saying it voluntarily.
Yes,
no, this
King.
Isn't liberalism, Chad.
Yes,
this
King.
is like, unironically, this is a Hasan derangement syndrome. You've lost.
Bro, you guys realize we watched like 4 seconds of the other video and Hasan's already fucking triggered into oblivion? It's actually impressive. It's insane.
Lost your
Parker? What? You don't even know
Uncle Nazi Parker?
his last name.
Dude.
His last name is Piker.
Hasan Piker, my bad. I got one vowel off.
Wait, I'm so sorry, but saying
This kid's killing me. I love this.
that like Hasan produces worse outcomes for society than a neo-Nazi.
Well, I don't think that's what he said. Those are two different claims. One being worse is different from one being able to produce worse outcomes, right? Nick Fuentes is a dream for, like, obviously Nick Fuentes is worse based on what he believes, but based on effectiveness levels, Hasan is so much more mainstream. You can make a reasonable argument that while he's not as bad, he is still bad. And he's gay. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm just being silly. He's not as bad, but he's still bad because he has more reach, and so that would make him worse in that context, right? You know,
that loves
It's
and gets
actually
like
insane.
40,000
So, yeah.
viewers is absolutely radical.
radical, dude, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love it. Bro, that's so true. Why are we listening to this guy who doesn't even know his own last name, Parker?
It is
I
absolutely
disagree because
insane.
I don't think. Yeah, I just don't think that you really understand how.
but
radical Hasan is.
but I want to like clarify. Nick Fuentes has convinced hundreds of thousands of white guys that
I hate how I hate to say this because this sounds so cringe. I hate how impressive of a troll this kid is. This is so stupid.
they should be white supremacists in the Holocaust.
I love how insane these haters look to normal people. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, dude.
This is what I
Exactly.
try
This is
to
what I'm
describe
trying to
people like.
describe
If you
people like.
hate
It's
watch
crazy.
me
If you
for
hate
this
watch you for
long,
this long, you're like,
you are going to develop opinions that are so insane. Okay? You are going to develop opinions that are so insane to the normal person that knows even a little bit, okay? You don't have to know the full breadth of my radical ideology, okay? You just need to know like a couple things. You need to know like Nazism is perhaps the worst thing you can be, okay?
Yeah. That's what I used to think. You know, we were supposed to punch Nazis, remember? Then you got your left-hand girl, Hasan Denham's, going on censoring Nazis' faces who tell people who get Star of David tattoos that they deserve hell. So a couple of years ago, we're supposed to punch the Nazis. Then he didn't do that. I mean, just to be clear, he could have. He had an opportunity, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I understand why. And then now we censor their face when they say anti-Semitic shit. So it's like really interesting where we're going here. It's incredible. Dude, Hassan's brother right here, Parker. Oh, that's his first or last name. Parker.
Scotland. We could talk about Scotland. We could talk about the UK.
Yeah, let's talk about those.
Well,
things.
UK has a political structure similar to ours, except the right believes
He looks like he's
that
really interested in this.
healthcare is a right. So that's their main difference.
Damn, I feel bad. I wonder how long this lasts for. But anyway.
Even people who would otherwise consider me to be a radical will still go, that's nuts.
That's
unless
freaking nuts.
you have been brain broken and are operating on fan culture, and you have developed an incredibly unhealthy
This is the
obsession
Cubo God of War.
born out of your favorite content creator's incredibly unhealthy obsession over someone like myself.
Pretty fucking
Discovered
cool.
caller posts in r/destiny and r/depression. Always.
Thing.
Sure, Hasan just got banned for trying to incite somebody to kill a what was it, CEO or something, or not CEO? It was.
I have my critiques of Hasan. I actually don't hold this one too far against him, because watching like the entirety of the clip, it was made incredibly clear that he was saying that if these other Republicans really cared about Medicaid fraud, as they pointed out, that they had unalived this Rick guy.
So let me just be clear. Hasan deserved a ban. And also what Hasan said was a little bit based. I'm just going to be honest with you. It was wrong. Never say that. Don't ban me. But it was clearly a dog whistle to kill that guy. Here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing. I want to be so real with you right now. Right now. Damn, those are big. I'm going to be so real with you right now. This is why the left and the Democrats keep losing. Because you sound so cringe. Just nut up, dude. And just say, just fucking don't. Just, oh, dude, come on. I'm just saying, everybody on the left comes off so feminine. Just be like, yeah, fuck Hasan, dude. You're sitting here, you were watching he started watching the H3 nuke, and he turned it off after like scrolling through it because he was like, oh, she was so scared. He was so scared to criticize Hasan. He's so scared. Everybody on the left is so scared. We're all right. All of us are more right than people on the right. We are correct on almost every single thing. Most things. We could do better with some of the sports conversations, but outside of that, we're doing really well. And you guys are just so afraid to just be... I don't know, dude. I've been going so red pill right now. Why are there no, like, more... Why is... Bro, I'm getting so red pill right now. This is crazy. There's no... Where's the masculinity, bro? You know, speak with authority. Speak with confidence. Actually, I'm just gonna... No, just... Hasan dog whistle to kill that guy. Just say... I agree, that's what he did, but also maybe based. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking a lot. Primal rage, dude. These guys celebrated January 6th. They literally stormed the Capitol, attacked police officers. They're celebrating it. They're fucking crazy. Just being so fucking crazy. Just be a little crazy. Just go fucking crazy. Okay? Take off the collared shirt. You know what I mean? Do your hair like a spot. I'm pretty sure this kid's fucking jacked. I don't know, dude. I think I'm just having a fucking crash out right now. I don't know.
Because Rick committed the largest instance of Medicaid fraud that has ever occurred in our country. And then Hasan went on to own up to it, take accountability.
He did not take accountability. He reframed the narrative. He was dog whistling that guy should be killed because he wanted Twitter attention, and it backfired on him.
And said that that was an incredibly hyperbolic statement and there was a billion ways to word it better. I don't think that that's comparable to making hundreds of thousands of young white guys want to like kill like Jewish people. I don't think it is at all. I don't think that
it's not comparable at all. It may be comparable close to sitting here and like after, you know, Israeli babies were strangled to death, letting your chat make fun of them and not doing anything to stop it. That might be a little bad. Let's see, like 40,000 live stream viewers seeing you push disinformation about how much, you know, Israeli hostages or hostages of Hamas, how much they love Hamas, after watching, you know, a thing about how 2 Israeli babies were strangled to death by Hamas, and your chat, like, LOLing it. That might be comparable to 200 people watching a live stream of this fucking gay little neo-Nazi talk about how bad Trump is now. Crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's probably 2 things. Probably 2 different things. It could be absolutely... I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. 100. I'm hip as fuck, bro. I can say whatever I want. 100. I'm cool as shit.
That's comparable in the slightest.
So Dean, I know you're smart. I know you know what a dog whistle is. When you say something like,
I want you to respond. I want you to respond.
Okay.
Well, isn't he responding right now?
What's worse, what Hasan did, or like radicalizing hundreds of thousands of young white guys into thinking that
hundreds of thousands
Jewish people are subhuman, black people are subhuman, women don't deserve rights, etc.
Hasan does the exact same thing. Hasan has literally pushed propaganda against Jewish people.
You might be losing the debate, bud. You got to get better at it.
Called every Jewish...
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just not even going to
That's just like not true. That's just actually not true.
Yeah, no.
Called every Jewish... Hasan has literally pushed propaganda against Jewish people. Called every Jewish...
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just not even going to
That's just like not true. That's just actually not true.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like so weird and afraid. Like, not for nothing, but these guys' entire content strategy is to go on live streams and intentionally set things up to look like dunks. Like, they don't have casual, like, reasonable conversations and try to, like, actually engage with somebody. They're dunk farming. It's always dunk farming because it pulls in views. Some guy says something that you feel is wrong, and you immediately cut him off. Why? It's probably the same reason why he decided to turn off the H3 content nuke, because he's terrified of Hasan. He realizes how bad Hasan is, how much of a threat Hasan is, how scary Hasan is in his audience, how much like freaks they are. So he just turns it off to just make sure he stays out of the criticism. That's it. And you want to know what? It made sense because Hasan decided to watch this video of my fan go and like be kind of annoying, but still funny, about Hasan Parker. And then Hasan Parker watched the video. So this could have been so bad. What would have happened is Dean, if he actually was going to speak his mind, he would have been like, yeah, you know what? Hasan is kind of shit. But then Hasan would have watched it and he would have sat here and be like, well, actually, and he would have talked for like 45 minutes info dumping on dumb shit nobody fucking cares about except for his audience of like little kids that are attracted to a grown-ass man. Because that's what it is. I mean, there's nothing intelligent that comes out of this guy's fucking mouth. He just looks kind of hot. You got to give it to him, though, dude. You got to give it to him, dude. He does look kind of hot. But Papa Gut looks really hot, dude. Ugh. But not the kid. Like, that part. Just. Okay, so. All right, so we're going to cut that one out. All right.
No, I have my critiques of Hasan.
You're getting big
and
road.
I've spoken very publicly about them, but to say that Hasan has a worse impact on society than
Nick Fuentes is actually delusional. It's actually delusional.
It's one of the most insane things. I'm glad that these guys are pushing back on it.
I'm so glad. Because if not, I was going to get pissed.
But apparently, this is the guy. Yeah. Dean Withers scared to debate about Hasan and downplays his misdeeds. This was posted on the H3H3 production subreddit.
Based
from his 1 liberal versus 100 Trump supporters 24 stream VOD a day ago. I'm sorry, voting for Trump because you think the left is toxic is crazy. I'm actually the one who was on the video. Didn't actually vote Trump. That was just the only way I could get him to talk about Hasan, because he was only talking to Trump supporters. Damn, even more disappointing, but very good job of getting onto the call. Thanks. He only put me on eventually because I said he was scared in the chat, lol. Big ego. It's just so freakish to behave like this. Like he's like, oh, I'm not actually a Trump supporter. I lied about that to get on the call, to just get him to talk about Hasan. What are you doing? What are you doing? This person is,
I mean, it sounds like he told you he was lying about being a Trump supporter to get on and talk about Hasan. That's what he's doing.
Is a Destiny poster, by the way, of course, if you didn't know, and now is a firm foot soldier planted in the H3H3 community. Like, I genuinely think Destiny's unhealthy obsession over the
You're the yellow bar?
course of the past 5-6 years now has caused these people to not even be Destiny fans. They're just like, I'll go anywhere that says Hasan.
Rick Hasan.
They will move on from Destiny if need be, if they can find a new weapon to wield. Like, they don't even know.
It's funny because, like, the reason people have moved on is because Destiny's a disgusting scum fuck, right? We know that, but he makes sure he doesn't tell you.
Oh, why they me? This guy doesn't even know my name. Like, that's psychotic. You don't know my name. You don't even know what my...
Dude, I love this. He's like, this guy just pretended to be a Trump supporter to talk to Parker and Dean. And you're like, he doesn't even know my name. He was saying your name wrong on purpose to trigger you. And Hasan is getting so triggered. It's actually the funniest thing in the entire world. Just kidding. There are things that are funnier.
You don't even know what my last name is. And your obsession is
sure
to
Parker.
this degree. These guys also personally think they're smarter than liberals, by the way. They're snarking over the randomest things. It's crazy. Muda throws down the gauntlet with Hasan. Mudahar offers to pay for an entire trip to Palestine with Hasan so they can do journalism. It comes after Hasan questioned his genocide stance. Never seen this guy do anything of substance. On my own dime, I will fly both of us down to
Why are we looking at this other thing?
Israel and drive across the border. Is Mudahar trying to get murked? I already... Okay. That's so funny. I don't think he understands how this process goes. If he thinks that I haven't done my due diligence in terms of like doing exactly that, he's a little silly. That's what's so... You're getting Substack hit pieces onto? Yeah, whatever. That's... Dude, none of that means anything, okay? It's all background noise. We're giving it more attention than it deserves, okay?
Hey, why'd you give it any attention, Mr. Parker?
Yeah, money was stopping me. Mudahar's like, in order to make sure that we can... in order to entertain this beef to on Hasan, I am going to die to a Boeing rocket. I like to think that the only thing stopping me from going to Gaza is money. That's what it is. You're right. And not like valid security concerns, and not from Hamas, by the way, from Israel. You think a certain content creator for over a
Well, yeah, Hamas wouldn't harm them because Hamas would want to use him to push propaganda. He already is doing that.
decade was since
But in his defense, he doesn't need to be there to push the propaganda.
sudden schism and shift in their audience, and perhaps question whether there are new long-term dedicated followers or just people using you as a vehicle and cudgel against their ideological enemy. But what do I know? No, I think when you're that desperate to find allegiances, you don't give a bros about it. He's willing to get
That is true. Hasan is the ultimate victim, guys.
drone strike
White people are the ultimate victims. Am I right, Hasan?
for drama. Yeah, I know. It's so fun, dude. Dude, the other part of this is, once again,
guys.
the other part of this also
Yeah.
is the fact that people who are going to hype up that delusion, the other people that are hyping up that delusion, that fantasize about how like it's only dangerous in Gaza because of Palestinians and because of Hamas or whatever, are the same people that don't understand.
Who the fuck is saying that?
That Israel has assassinated 170 or 142 journalists in like historic numbers. Okay, historic numbers of assassinated journalists. More journalists were killed in this past year than World War II, and their families.
That's crazy. That's horrible.
Please. And
What is? I mean, I'm sure all this is true. I don't know.
you're over here being like, "Oh, dude, it's just totally safe." Why?
Yeah,
Why
totally.
isn't there American journalists in Gaza right now?
Well, that's the point that they're making is like you say that you're like an advocate and you should go there because you said you're going to go there. It's not safe. But I don't personally care about this dog boy, but that's the argument.
Now, anyway, this is precisely the reason why, no matter what people say, no matter what dumbasses say about how like I'm more dangerous of a figure than Fuentes because they're brain broken. They're not even a liberal at that point.
Why is he so triggered over this?
They're just like genuinely schizophrenic. I will still advocate for the things I'm advocating for with the hopes that people will wake up to that reality. This is what I've done my whole life. This is what I've done my whole political commentary career. First you say, that's not true. You're being hyperbolic. Then you turn around and you go, okay, maybe you had some good points. And then you go, holy shit, it might be far too late, but I do agree with him. Now I'm a fan, but maybe it might be too late. Yeah, I saw this post. Ex-Asmon fan jumping ship over here. I'm officially jumping ship over here. I can't stand Asmon and his brain rot community any longer. He should have stuck to gaming instead of spewing on this politics arc of his. He has zero education and doesn't do any actual research, but is influencing millions of people every day on
Sounds like the right-wing Hasan then, huh?
misinformation and lies. His audience is becoming radical. This is why Asmongold won't actually have a conversation with me.
Well, why would he? Like, everything aside, you know, I think Hasan did a good job avoiding Destiny for a long time. Like, he obviously was born in that community, and then he's like, I got bigger than Destiny. I'm going to avoid him because Destiny is a particularly disgusting individual. Okay, right? Great. Now Hasan, well, and the reason he was able to do that is because Destiny was a smaller character than him. He didn't need his clout anymore, right? He kind of operated in that community, then decided to leave, yada, yada, yada. So, but now we're in like an opposite scenario. Like, what does Asmongold need to interact with you for? There's really no reason for him to. He's obviously a bigger content creator than you, and you're just going to go in there and be like a weird debate freak, like, because that's popular right now. It's popular right now to do political drama and be like a debate freak. It's not conversations. Like, you have big young content creators going on TikTok and like looking for owns. They're going on there. They're desperately hoping that they could find somebody so that they can force them into a corner and get an own instead of like actually explore the conversation. So like, yeah, why would Asmongold talk to you? You're just gonna like be a weird debate pervert with him. You're not going to like have a conversation with him like, hey man, like, why do you think this, or what do you think about this, or like, let's talk. You're going to go in there and you're going to try to own him over ABCDXYZ, you know, all over the place. And I'm not even saying Asmongold's right. I haven't really checked out his stuff in a while. There's some weird shit that I've seen him do. Weirdly take sides with this weird lolicon guy. It's strange behavior. But like, you're not going to have a conversation with the guy. You're going to try to like virtue signal about it and like try to make yourself look. It's all owns. It's all political owns. This is all it is. It's all a performance. We are talking about, this is a Crossfire personified. Okay, this is all political debate performance that's not designed to have a conversation and to actually like change your perspective. It's designed to act like a fucking freak and go absolutely like batshit crazy. That's all these things are now.
This is the type of this is the reason why he doesn't want to have a conversation. This is the real reason why he doesn't want to have a conversation. And just to be clear,
I don't think Asmongold's avoiding those conversations because he realizes that. Not that he's like stupid. I think he's just like, why should I bother? I know it's going to be disingenuous anyway. And he's like the most popular Twitch streamer right now, and political Twitch streamer like the same time, I think. So why would he bother? Why would he bother giving clout to Hasan? It doesn't make any sense. As a person who's historically run away from conversations, except for other weird, he sits here except for like drama YouTubers for some reason. Shout out to Willie Mack. Or 15-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Because he's worried that it's going to make him look bad, like he's not knowledgeable on the issues that he speaks on. It's going to frustrate a lot of these people. He spent an hour talking about you today. Yes, of course. And he's going to continue talking about me. He's going to probably talk about me even more. But this is it. There's no more soul in his community no more. It's all just racism and extremism now. I came across Hasan the past couple of weeks, and it's been such a pleasure seeing someone with the balls to call Asmon out on his bullshit, just sucking him off like most content creators. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, and hopefully I'm accepted here. Edit. I'm surprised there are so many other ex-Asmon fans in here as well. I feel right at home. That is a reason. That is part of the reason. And it's not my intention to like steal Asmongold's audience or whatever. Wouldn't
it be a total own if Asmongold talked to like some other content creator that Hasan didn't like? I was just being stupid. But I would do it, dude. That'd be great. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
No issues.
Never
Look,
happen.
Here's the thing. Asmongold has always been a larger content creator than me. I have no problems with that. It's great. Wonderful.
I think maybe you do have a little problem with it. Hasan Parker.
What I do have a problem with is when you have a prominent community, like a massive community, and you're just like feeding them to the goddamn gills.
Just like the Ninja Low Taper Fade meme.
With not only Republican propaganda, but also just falsehoods in general, with no care or consideration for the truth. That shit is very frustrating. Okay? It normalizes reactionary sentiment. It makes the platform more toxic in general. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Hasan is now Hasan is becoming more and more like Destiny. Absolutely, 100%. I think now that Destiny's like not deplatformed, but like lost tremendous credibility, justifiably so, obviously. Hasan's like trying to step up and be like that Destiny now. He feels justified and like, okay, the scary moment's over. Because there was like an aura about Destiny where like everybody was like, there was a weird level of like an aura around him that he was like really smart, and he is smart, but he's also a disgusting fuck. And I think that's kind of dissipated. The illusion is gone, and now people are like, okay, this guy's just some regular dude that's like, yeah, he's kind of smart, but he's just like a fucking debate weirdo, you know?
Asmongold was at his size and doing liberal politics, even if he disagreed with me, I wouldn't care. Do you understand? As long as he wasn't spending all of his time being like, this guy Hasan is a very dangerous terrorist. No. We need to.
Here's what we got to do, guys. Obviously, we have to become one of the most popular political and drama YouTube streamers, and then Hasan will talk to us, and we can ask Hasan why he thinks that Ukraine should cry me a river.
Deplatform him. And he's not doing liberal commentary. He's doing right-wing commentary and doing that at the same time. He just goes, Hasan isn't an expert in this either. It's an opinion. Yeah, except my opinion is grounded by facts
and logic
and research. His opinion is not grounded by anything. It's just whatever chat said.
Yeah, mine's actually on the ground news, guys. I'm on the ground and newsing so hard right now.
He knows it too. If he thought that we just had simple disagreements of opinion, he would have a conversation with me every day of the week. He could undermine my position. He could.
The problem is if Hasan was a reasonable person having like a legitimate conversation with, then he wouldn't be so popular because he wouldn't be constantly screaming for radical attention from people.
Oh, his audience, how wrong I was. He doesn't want to do it because he knows he will look like he's not knowledgeable.
Oh, look at that. He's on strike. I guess he went on strike like one time and then he leaves it in his background. So he could be like, guys, I actually help the middle class. I live a bare bones budget in a millions, like a $3 million house.
On this issue, and he's just talking out of his because that's precisely what it is. But when you're right wing, you can do that because your audience doesn't know too much either. So yeah.
Asmon's pretty biased towards right wingers who the audience capturing quicker to make fun of the left and the right, while also being quicker to defend the left and the right. Is he quicker to defend the left and the right? I don't know if that's true. Yeah, that does seem to be the case. I have to like reevaluate my take on Asmongold a little bit. I have to like wait for more recent controversy and see like what's going on. He said some dumbass shit before, but I mean, I don't know if I was like a little bit brain broken from Destiny. Just to be real, like I'm not fucking proud of it, but I have to see like if there was potentially too much of like a ride bias on that. You know, like I was riding it a little too hard. So
I am. The reality is I'm not the smartest person, but I'm certainly educated on the subject matter that I discuss. Yeah, I said Asmongold thinks it's a violation of free speech when devs make video game boobs smaller, but when the DHS openly kidnaps a green card holder for being pro-Palestine, he thinks it's awesome and not a violation of the First Amendment. Classic free speech defender stuff. Right?
You would say it's quicker to defend the left? Yeah, that's true. I get that. Well, it's easy right now. Right now, like the right is in online, and it's easy to like defend them and be like, oh, the right's good. You know, a few years. This is the problem. And I'm going to tell you right now. This is like a legitimate prediction. Okay. We constantly shift between left and right, and we go back and forth. I would genuinely argue that we're going to obviously hit a left leaning wave in a year or so. Like 2020 got super left wing. It was super crazy. It was wildly unnecessary. And now we're kind of hitting like our right wave because we go back and forth. You know, we overcorrect. We go like too far left, which was COVID totally. Now I think we're going a little too far right, which is Trump now. That's our disaster. Now I think we're going to end up going back to the left a little bit. And you're going to see, I swear to God, as this happens, you're going to see in real time, Asmongold is going to shift his perspective because he's more of a moderate person, but he's going to pander to whichever side, and I'm not even saying it's intentional, but like there's an audience capture, like fear factor there. And he's going to end up like kind of sticking to wherever his audience tells him that what they should be believing, because they're also captured by what's going on in like the mainstream perspective as well. So you're going to see like 2 years from now, Asmongold's going to he's just going to like dunk on whoever is the person that is able to be dunked on. He's not going to change politically. He's politically like pretty like probably like moderate left leaning politically, but he's going to be audience captured by like wherever the status quo is, or wherever like the general population is, or where they're feeling at the time. I swear to God, give it like 2 years. I swear to God, give it 2 years. Maybe even a year. When people start going more far left and it becomes more based to criticize conservatives, and boom, it's gonna literal poop is gonna shit out of my ass. I'm telling you, dude, do it.
This like went viral on Gaming Circle Jerk in a locked post. You're literally invited by Oxford and Cambridge to speak on topics like this. I know. No amount of institutional legitimacy will cause these people to turn around and be like, maybe he does know what the
Me, I go on the opposite side, right? Like when we weren't political, I was doing more right-leaning like jokes, because I do edgier jokes, so I call it right-leaning. But now I feel like the country's in like a legitimate threatening position because of this fucking idiot Trump, and so like I have to talk about it. So you know, I'm not sticking to this. I guess I'm just intentionally fighting at this point. I guess I should just be doing the grift. I'd make so much more money.
Talking about,
yeah, Trump not that bad. Trump not that bad. Liberal gay. That's what I'll have to say, dude. I'll make so much money. Should I start doing that?
I mean, if they cared about that, they would look to who
I love gays.
I interview, whether it be Bernie Sanders, or
Bernie Saunders,
literal journalists and academics that have spent their entire lives on these issues.
Entire lives, dude.
They would look to that and go, okay, maybe he does know what he's talking about. But no, of course, they don't know any of that shit. They just think,
we know Crimea River.
Hasan is a guy who just reads Twitter, not realizing what I'm reading on Twitter either.
I don't think you realize what you're reading on Twitter either. You're not true.
It's just a very easy cliche to just be like,
bro, like obviously 95% of what he says is right. Like, oh my God, universal healthcare. You're like, yeah, no shit, obviously. Like most of the shit he says is right. And then he uses it to be like weird and like justify Muslims being fucking camped in China and like justifying Ukraine getting destroyed by Russia. It's incredible.
Don't listen to him. He's a hypocrite.
Literal
Don't
journalist.
listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Don't listen to him, dude.
It's cult-like thinking. Be open-minded. Maybe you will be convinced. What's the worst thing? Maybe you'll learn the truth.
True. Learn the truth, guys. Truth Social. Follow me on Truth Social, brothers.